Welcome back to Sports Talk on the Sports Talk Media Network. You can reach the guys with the South Carolina Education Lottery lucky number, 888-898-2525. That's 888-898-2525. Now back to Phil and Chris with the second hour of Sports Talk on the Sports Talk Media Network.
And we are back on Sports Talk Media Network across South Carolina on this big Thursday night. Welcome back in to everyone who's been with us. Those of you just joining us, great to have you with us. We are at the Citadel tonight, one of our favorite stops every year on the Palmetto Pigskin Tour, because the Citadel, as I said in the opening, it means more. We're here for football, but this place, of course, means so much to the state of South Carolina, so much to the country, and it's more than just football. I have to salute the folks here, the coaches, the cadets, because they go through a little something extra the rest of you people who go to college don't have to go through. We welcome in head coach Maurice Drayton. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Always good to see you, Phil, and I love being on Sports Talk.
Well, we appreciate you. You call in sometimes just to chop it up with us.
I sure do. My father's listening. He listens to the show all the time as well. Hey, Dad.
That's great. Well, year number 2, you probably couldn't wait for it to get here.
Absolutely. I tell people all the time, I don't want to fast forward my life, but August 31st can't get here fast enough.
Why is that?
Well, I feel so excited about this year's team. There's a total buy-in within our building, Cygnus Hall, where we are today, with the equipment management staff, with our video staff, with our sports medicine staff, and all our coaches. We're like bass swimming upstream. We're all going in the same direction, and that's what's good when you have that. We're trying our best to limit the distractions or the outside noise that goes on at a place like the Citadel. So we feel really good about the product.
There's no sugarcoating it. You had a tough year last year.
Absolutely, and we don't run away from that.
You own it.
Yes, sir. We own it. We lean into the conversation because that's the only way that we can learn. And this is how we're approaching it. There were a lot of what people would say were mistakes that happened last year. Well, if we never do it again, it wasn't a mistake. It was a lesson learned. So we have a lot of lesson learned, and we just want to move forward.
What did you learn?
Oh, there was plenty that I learned. Once again, the non-football things that happen for a head coach, and then the non-football things that happen at the Citadel. Oh my goodness. As an assistant coach, many years here, as a coordinator here, many years here, even as an assistant head coach here, there's some closed doors, there's some blind spots that in year 1 I had to find out the hard way.
And have those blind spots been eradicated?
Absolutely not. They're still here.
Yeah.
But we know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
And we're going to close ranks. We're going to keep marching. So it is our who we are. Mm-hmm. I knew most of it coming in, but now I feel like I have a better hold on it. And these are non-football related things.
Sure. Was it a challenge to hold the team together last season as you went through 0-11?
No, not at all. See, football's fun. I have a doctorate degree in football. That is what I know.
Yeah.
And football was really good. These guys did a great job coming to work every single day. If you turn on the film, you'll see the excitement as we took the field. If you came to our last practice of the season, you would have thought we were 11-0, getting ready for the playoffs. So it says a lot about the human being who we have.
Is that as much about being a cadet and the things that they have to go through here every day as it is about them wanting to play football and be a good football player?
Well, the wanting to play football. The cadet life is what it is. Mm-hmm. We all signed up for it. We know what we're getting into when we come here from the cadet life standpoint. But the football aspect is fun. And if, in full honesty, and I talk to our guys this way, the good Lord has granted some of them with better skill sets than others. And, I said it before. We played last season with 29 guys, 29 that did not play high school football or start high school football, but they played in a college game. So my hat goes off to them because they came in every day and they got after it. Now, we also had 16 true freshmen, redshirt freshmen, to either start for us or had significant playing time from week 7 on. So we are flipping the roster. With this class we brought in, we have 34 guys, and that's full scholarship, that's partial scholarship, and walk-ons. We have some walk-ons who turned down some opportunities because they saw the fun, they saw the passion, they believe in the coaching staff. If we say something, they know it's going to be true because they respect our word, because we live by an honor code. On this football team, we do not lie, cheat, or steal, nor tolerate those that do. And so my word means something when I say something to our recruits who we're bringing in. So we're excited.
I know you're excited about your quarterback situation because you had to do something there to upgrade at that position. You feel like in the offseason you've done that.
Yes, we feel really good about our quarterback, Jonathan Bennett. He's come in and he's done a fabulous job. He's a local product, Summerville, South Carolina, graduate of Liberty University. He wants to be a coach. That is his passion. When he talks to our team, he doesn't speak as a young man. He speaks as a grown man. He knows exactly what he wants, and it's our goal to help him reach his personal goals while he's helping us. He's a coach in the locker room. He's a coach on the field.
What does he do on the field?
Well, he calms everybody. We're playing with so many young people, so many people who haven't had significant playing time. He calms them. It's a calming presence. He's been in the big moment. He's been in the spotlight. Now, the thing that we have to be careful about is making sure he understands his limitations as well as his capabilities. So we're very tuned into that he doesn't put too much on his plate. And I feel really good about his backup. I tell you what, Dustin Fletcher has done a great job this offseason changing his body. I wish I could show you a before and after shot. It's unbelievable. He's come to work every day and he's bettered himself. But that's what they say, right? Sure. Iron sharpens iron. So by having Jonathan, it made Dustin a better football player, and it's infectious.
How does Jonathan change your offense?
Well, he doesn't change it that much because we want it to be, and I'll just use this for our listeners, we want it to be closer to what Liberty does. And so he was in that offense. Jamie Chadwell and I are our friends. We've known each other for a long time. I've always been fond of his offenses. So we've studied those, we've watched those, and that's what we want to be. But if you look at it really, really closely and you understand football, we're not getting away from our DNA. We're still a triple option outfit. That's in our blood. That's in the walls in this building where we are. Some nights late at night when I'm here by myself, I feel like I hear Coach Taft talking to me. I hear Ellis Johnson and Don Powers. I hear Kevin Higgins. Like, I feel their presence. So we're real excited about where we're going.
That's awesome. I mean, in that offense, if he can mimic, let's just say, a Grayson McCall, that would be pretty good.
Absolutely.
Can he do that?
Yes, he's very capable of that.
Yeah.
He's very capable of that. Once again, as long as we limit the outside noise and keep it about the main thing, keep the main thing, and make it all about the ball when it comes to football, we'll be just fine.
Who are some of the other, not to overlook anybody, but who are some of the other key players who are going to help this offense take off?
Yeah, so let's go in the offensive backfield. Cooper Wallace is a mainstay. We feel really good about what he did with his body this season. But before I answer your question, I do want to talk about what our strength staff has done. Our strength staff took a challenge. We went out, we studied with the best. We developed an off-season program that is bar none the best that I've been around. And we've changed our body compositions as well as putting on weight, strength. We've been able to develop quickness, those things that's going to make you a better football player. So kudos to the strength staff. But Cooper Wallace, we're looking at for a big year from him. Johnny Crawford is healthy now. He got banged up in the spring. Feel really good about him. And then we have a young guy that came in, a graduate, I shouldn't say a young guy, a man, a graduate student who I really didn't want to say his name, but
say his name.
Yeah, he's definitely going to play for us. He signed with Syracuse out of high school, and then he's a graduate of Northwestern State in Louisiana. I feel really good about Garrison Johnson. He's a big back that gives us a vertical punch. And he's a walk-on. He believed in the dream that we were selling, and he pays his own money to go to school here. It's something to be said about those guys that do that.
Absolutely.
So those would be the three backs.
Flipping to the defense. Needed improvement over there too, but I got to believe with the offensive woes of last year, your defense was on the field a lot more than you would have liked. So this year, get them off the field more. That'll help them, but what about the overall strength?
Yes, we feel really good about our defense, especially up front with the defensive front. We have a two deep across the board. There's not much drop-off. At our level, the FCS level, old school 1AA for our old school listeners. That's for my dad. Yeah. Because FBS, FCS, he gets confused.
Right.
So the drop-off between the starters and the backups is where you see the biggest deficits, so to speak, and we feel as if we have a complete two deep up front with the defensive line. So we're excited about them. And then on the second level, our linebackers are very strong as well. We have a young secondary, but lucky for them, there's about 6 secondary coaches on staff or guys who have coached secondary at one time.
There is some expertise in that area.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Opening up against crosstown rival Charleston Southern. I was over there last night. Low Country Boyle Bowl.
Yes.
And we've decided that what should happen. I've seen what the trophy's going to be. I'm sure you have as well.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So let's fill it up with the Boyle.
Yes.
And dump it on the winning coach.
I'm going to pass on that, but I would love to have that to have a taste of it. We're going to thank Jay Sullivan for that. He's the one that came up with the idea to actually put the grits and the shrimp and everything else in the actual trophy.
What do you think about that idea, though, for this game and kind of shining a little extra light on this rivalry?
Oh, absolutely. So, to be honest with you, I picked up the phone and I called Gabe. I was like, Gabe, hey, we're both in Charleston. We're 17 miles apart. Let's play for something. Yeah. And immediately he said, yes, sir, let's do it. So we got on the phone with our ADs. Our ADs agreed to it. Then they put the two SIDs in touch with each other, and they came up with the Low Country Boyle Bowl. I have to say it slow because it's like a tongue twister.
It is. It's tough. I think it's a great idea.
Yes.
So to wrap it up before we get to your players, you're enthused about this year. You feel very good about the potential for this season.
Absolutely. So there's potential energy and there's kinetic energy. And right now we're potential. Kinetic is that energy that's already moving. And that's why we can't wait to get to August 31st so we can get playing. The truth of the matter is we are a better football team, but we do not know what's going to happen. Everybody asks me all the time, wins and losses. I can't put a number on it. We are a better football team, and let's get out there and play and see what happens in that first column.
Go get them.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Always good to see you.
Call in any time, too.
Yes, sir. We'll do.
When you're traveling the state, we love to hear from you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Maurice Drayton, head coach of the Bulldogs, with us here at the Citadel. And if his players are as enthusiastic and as confident as he is, they're going to be just fine. We got Saul Diaz coming up, who is a tight end. And we've got Cale Williams coming up, who is a safety. They'll be joining us here in just a moment on Sports Talk.